Hello guys, this is a wonderful day. Yeah, today once again is the 8th of July 2022, and today I'll be talking about our feed formulation and feed concentration. But before I will not be going deep on that on this video, because the topic I just mentioned is highly voluminous, which is cumbersome for explanation. So I will just be telling you some of the exercise I will be doing today on the feed formulation and concentration. You see, we have all been having problem about feed, and I told you we have been talking about this, we have been debating about this, and by the end of the day I still personally discovered that most of the problem we are having on profitability on fish farming and generally on how to sustain your feed in order to boost your profit on catfish farming still relies on horse. Why I say relies on horse is that let me just give a short story. Vividly, about a long time ago, when we are still very active in fish farming, there's a time they increase the sales of fish from 350 to 400 naira per kilo, because before we are selling for 250 naira per kilo. So they now increase from 350 to 400 naira per kilo. In short, when that increase came, I know myself that I'm a richest millionaire in catfish farming, because then conveniently, by the time I sell a pond, conveniently I can go over to a nearby land in my place and buy maybe a quarter plot or a full plot. Then how much are they selling land? They sell land from my place then for a half quarter plot for 150,000, 200,000 naira. Well, with that, a hand harvest in my pond will do that for me, not to talk of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ponds. So what I meant by this is that how much are we concentrating our feed then? Then I'm bagging my bag of 15 kilo that I sell, my 2mm, I sold it for 4,000 naira. I sell for 4,000 naira my bag of sinking pelletizing feed that I do then. I sold them for 4,000 naira. So now a bag of, and then there's no feed available around like now that we have lot of branded feed, locally branded floating feed that are around. The only floating feed we have around is the like of Copens, the like of Disengolf, and the life of Doranty, and some. I think that is the major one. Then we have them. But by that time, if you are even using Copens all through, you will still make a profit. But now there are cheaper ones like the Hollams, which have, so the likes of like some branded feed now that are railing in the market, like that is creatine, like the top feed, like the vital feed. I'm just saying it. I'm not marketing anybody product. I'm just saying that we have lot of branded locally made feed available. And now the price of fishes are running from 1,300 to 1,900 depending on their negotiation power, because the least I thought you can sell now that is being mandated from every fish farmer to sell is 1,500 naira per kilo. When we do the conversion, we look at the ratio then as at what we are doing then, and we are still making profit. I think now should be best time for farmers to make that huge profit they deserve. But by the end of the day, now I can still see many farmers go down the drain, not really making the expected profit that they thought. So that is why you can go to a massive farm and you will see that even the owner is not using any of the pond. All the ponds is being rented out. Why? Because they lack feed managerial process. So this has been concurring, and this has been happening to a lot of farms, and things are not really working well at present. We normally blame things on the high cost of materials. We blame things on high cost of mobility. Maybe diesel is high, this is high, but we don't sit down to concentrate on working on our business models for our farm. How do you work on your business models? Business models on your farm simply means the farm I'm running a farm and my day-to-day runnings is maybe I'm giving a feed 1 kilo per day. You don't exceed that 1 kilo in order, because you need to break it out for yourself on a monthly basis, and make sure that you weigh your fishes on a monthly basis to know if your fishes are really responding to the expected FCR, that means the feed conversion ratio this concentrate can build to their body weight. So all these are still giving farmers a lot of problem. I told you I don't want to really go deep, because there are a lot of lessons you have to learn through this. I'm going to take you through a lot of lessons through this. You need to sit down. I need to sit down to make some calculations for you, to build up a models for you, a business analysis for you, so that you as a farmer can really know and what you are really driving out. Now depend on how you press your paddle. If you press your paddle in a very high speed, you meet yourself in a very high place, but you pedal it in a slow lane, you meet yourself in a slow lane. So what am I talking about today? Today I will be delivering a 4mm locally made floating feed that I did for one of my customers, in order to do what? To reduce cost and to give more concentrated feed. So that is what I'll be delivering today to my client at Egbeda. At Abule Egba. So, but why I'm saying this is that we can do a lot of magics for you. If you are the likes that does not have an extruder, and let me give you a shocker. Extruder is different from extruder. We have capacities of extruders that produce well for you, that does not produce flakes. The small extruder available produce lot of flakes, and by the end of the day may not be floating as required as it is. So based on what I'm talking about, my side view or my ground view on this video, you'll be seeing the process line that we are using to produce your feed. Commonly, the extruder we are using produces from 2 mm, and I bet you depending on, I don't know the type of extruder that can produce from 2 mm. They normally produce from 4 mm because of the capacity and the power. But the extruder you are seeing beside me here produces from 2 mm, and that's what we are using. The dryer on its own is massive, that you can see from the screen, and you can see the line at its work. The line started from the crusher to the pulverizer. From the pulverizer, it takes it to the mixer, and from the mixer, it takes it straight down to the pelletizer. So after good pelletizing, depending on the size that you are looking for, this takes you to your dryer. So when it gets to the dryer take it from a conveyor to where they spray the oil for preventing, for palatability preventions. So it takes you to the end and now bag it for you. So that is what I'm sending today. So today this is what we got, and this is what I formulated. It's still there. This is just a bag of it. The rest is inside the car. I just in short, I've forgotten. So I already loaded it for disbursement, but I will take you to the car to see everything and when we are transloading it. So, but this is one I just bought up, and this is the feed. This is 4 mm size of locally made formulated feed by me to one of my customers. So this is good and highly rich in protein. It's a floating feed for like this. If I put it on here, you will see this is 100% floating. It's 100% floating. So at the time you can watch it, there's none of it that goes down. So looking at it, you will see that there's none of it that goes down. It's 100% floating. Let me just put another one more, maybe because of the weight. Let me put more. If I should put more, you will discover there is 100% floating, and the floatability takes nothing less than, before you can see anyone that will goes down, it takes around 1 hour, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 1 hour. But I don't think any fish we allow such feed to stay on the water before eating it. So if you need a very good concentration for your fishes, wait, we are not really talking about the cheapness now, that the feed is cheap now. I normally tell you guys, if you go through my books that I title The Feed Formulation, it's not about cheapness now, but it's all about giving a feed to your fishes that will translate to a body tissues that will grow faster than the likes. For example, if you are buying a feed for 500 naira per kilo, maybe it's an imported feed for 500 naira per kilo, and I can produce, and the CP is like 40%, and I can produce for you the same ration for 500 naira, and I can achieve a CP of 42%. I think this is still more safer than you using that. And generally, these are well floating feed, and they are doing well for your fishes. So if you are in anywhere and you need, maybe you are in outside Nigeria, you are in anywhere, we can as well take this and take your order and send it to you. If you are anywhere in Nigeria, you can take your order and send it to you. But the problem there is that we have a lot of queues, and because of the extruder we are using, and without further ado, I will. So if you need any of these material from 2mm to 9mm, make sure that you contact me anywhere you are in Nigeria. We'll do it, we'll make it up to you. I was telling earlier, because of light, I will tell you the duration that it will ready, because the extruder we are using is very, very powerful extruder that needs direct light to carry it itself. If you are using generator, the generator we have 80 kVA generator, but it's not opted to take it because there are still stinking materials that we produce this to as well. So if you need any of this, make sure that you contact me. Now I'm going to take you to some fishes to see how palatable and acceptable these fishes are really accepting these feed. So thank you. So in here, I want to introduce to some fishes here and see how respondent they are. So as you can see, they really love this, and it's 100% floating. 100% floating. So they are responding well to this, and this is a feeding meal for them, and it's 100% floating. See the acceptability and 100%. And look at the one I made as an example for you the other time. At present, it's still floating, it's not going down. I'm going to give them two. So thank you so much, and God bless you.